What's up guys, welcome back to DeFi Chronicles. In this video we're going to be reviewing DyDx, why I love this protocol, what they are building. So instead of looking at the platform and explaining what they do, how it works, and all these boring stuff that you can do by yourself, I want to go balls deep into their revenue fees, how they are making money, and what they're building over the long run. So here we have the main website, which is dydx.exchange. So basically what they are is a decentralized exchange where you can trade perpetuals contracts and have some margin trade, staking, swapping also, and I think they also have LPs, which is liquidity pools, but I think it is only for DyDx. So the main difference from DyDx and GMX and GNS is that DyDx is built on Ethereum and GMX is built on Avalanche and Arbitrum, and GNS is built on Polygon. But now you might think, whoa, Ethereum is kind of expensive. Who the heck is trading on DyDx? It actually makes no sense. Actually, they are building their own blockchain for 2023. So the thing is, if you go to Uniswap, to KibaSwap, to SushiSwap, you can see that they don't have a order book, which is some set orders between selling and buying. And that is because it makes no sense to put a order right there for, let's say, Bitcoin at 19K, and you're paying $5 just to put that trade or put that order. And if it doesn't fill, you just lost $5. And it works the same if you want to put a stop loss or a sell order, a buy order. It is all the same thing. So that's why they're actually building their own blockchain. But right now they're working with a L2. So basically it costs less to no fees to take trades right now. But still, they're still building their own blockchain to still take all the transaction and make it even faster. So they are building it around trading, basically. So that is the first thing, why I'm pretty bullish on the project. Second, if you look here, it says they are available on iOS, and next year they're going to be available on Android. That is crazy good, because usually if you want to take a trade on your phone, you need to be using centralized exchanges like Binance, KuCoin, or Bybit, which I am okay with. I do like this protocol, these exchanges, but the main difference is that they take your funds to trade. Like if you want to take a trade, you need to first deposit your fund on these exchanges and then take a trade. Here you just have to connect your MetaMask wallet or any type of decentralized wallet that you have to take a trade. So these are your funds, and DyDx do not hold your funds. So that is the main thing. Second, why I do like the project is I wrote a crypto research on DyDx. You're not gonna find it on Medium or any other place. That is because this is private. I have it for only a few of my Discord members. So if you're interested in it, I'm gonna be leaving a link in the description for something that I'm building for crypto research, which gonna be just some researches on the top blockchain or smaller cap blockchain, which usually takes between 5 to 10 hours. So you can read it in 15 minutes, but I'm gonna spend 10 to 15 hours writing it and doing all the research. So that is a 10 to 15x on your time. And of course, it is going to be pretty inexpensive, like $7 per month, which is cheaper than Netflix. So you can either watch Netflix or crypto research. So do you? So here you have it. I have the key insight, the intro, and how big is DyDx. For that, I'm going to be using DeFi Llama. As you can see here on DeFi Llama, it says that they have a total value lock of $381 million. You guys can see how it has been moving since 2021. We had a big jump in October 2021 because they had a $250,000 trading competition, which lasts I don't know for how long, and then it has been dropping, and of course people are taking way less trades, and you can see that right now they have 384 or 81 million dollars. Other than that, they also have some crazy partners, which you can see a list here. I'm not gonna go over all of them. If you want to, you can just pause the video and read it. And next, if we go to Token Terminal, which is the pretty amazing part of DyDx, is that right now the price is 1.64. All-time high is $27, which if it goes back to all-time high, there is at least a 15x on your money. But look at this. If we go down here, I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna pull revenue. You guys can see the revenue over each day. Last month, just last month, we can see here revenue last 30 days is $4 million, right? $4 million. Now, if we take the DyDx trading volume, just yesterday, we had $92 million in trading volume. Look at this. A few days ago, we had 90 million, 48 million, 33. So the average is between 50 and $100 million per day. Just imagine taking a small fee on $100 million trading volume. So that's why I'm pretty bullish on the project. And if we make a comparison to maybe GMX, which is another one that I know most of you like, that I also like. Let's see. Look at the revenues. The revenues for the last 30 days is 2.36. So 2.36 versus $4 million. If we take a look at the GMX trading volume, you guys can see that they are doing way less than DyDx. I know a lot of people be saying, okay, GMX is the next big stuff. Yeah, okay, but we need to look at the numbers to make sure that all those words and all those pretty things are really real, because saying they are the next big stuff and not having the numbers to support it actually makes no sense. So we saw that on DyDx, they're actually making between 50 to 100 million trading volume per day. If we look at yesterday, they made $22 million. The day before, $20 million, 31, and some other days, $5 million, 1 million, 7 million, 10 million. And again, I am not hating on GMX because that is a token that I'm also holding. I do love the project, but still, we still have to compare those numbers and see what is real and what is not. So as you can see, volume is way less on GMX and revenue is also way less on GMX. And why that is important is revenue means they can build more stuff. If there is no money on a business, they cannot build things. So in the end, they can be the coolest project on Twitter, on YouTube, but if they are not making money, if they don't have that cash to keep building, to keep paying developers, then they are going no place. Now, what I do like to check on this project is the token unlock. Let's type DyDx, and that is the ugly part of DyDx. That is the part that I actually don't like. And by the way, this is a new format, so I didn't prepare anything for this video. I am just going with the flow and explaining what I wrote in my research as I remember it. So as you can see here, we have the circulating supply, which is 131 million. The market cap is 214 million. And the bad thing is that 78% of the token are still locked. And why is that bad? Is that basically they can continue unlocking their tokens. Now, I am not saying it is a bad thing because some of these unlocking are for some incentive, for paying nodes, for liquidity. But when you see a lot of money being unlocked for investors, it might be a bad thing. And not because the protocol is a bad protocol, but the thing is, usually investors are the first one that are investing when the price is extremely cheap. So when they get their money, usually what they want to do is just cash out for a profit and move to the next one. So as you can see, starting 2023, let's see here, which is January 31, we are going to see some DyDx being unlocked for investors. So I would be on the lookout on that part just to make sure that not a lot of investors are dumping their tokens. So that is the bad thing. As you can see here, we have some allocation, which is future employees, employees and consultant. We have investors, safety module, we have liquidity, which is something good, liquidity provider rewards, which is good, trading rewards, which is good because that is incentive for traders to keep coming to DyDx instead of going to the competition. We have the DAO treasury, which is also good. Then we have the mining rewards, which is also good. So the only thing that I do not like, which is understandable because a project, a protocol, when they are launching, they need investors. But usually investors over the long run are a bad thing for a project because usually they just dumped their token to the market. Now let's go back to this. Let's see. So again, if you want to do the comparison to another one, which is Gains Network, which has a market cap of already $100 million. If we go back to DyDx, guys can see that the market cap is 214 and GNS has a market cap of 100 million, half of it. So let's look at the numbers. Revenues over the last 30 days is just 500K. So they have half the market cap, but they have a quarter of the revenue of DyDx. Just think of it. Now, if we take a look at the GNS trading volume to compare it, look at this, which is $4 million, $3 million. So it is almost the same amount as the bad days on GMX. $4 million, so between $2 million up to $4 million sometimes. So if we go back to DyDx and we look at the volume, you can see the difference. $2 million versus 88 and $92 million is a lot. If you make the comparison, so yesterday they had $2 million on trading volume on GNS and DyDx had $92 million. There is a difference of $90 million. So just imagine if they are making 1%, just a number, 1% on all that trading volume. 1% on $2 million is good, but 1% on $92 million is a lot of money. And doing it day after day is a lot of money. Even if we go to revenue, guys can see that if we click on max, I think we can find that information somewhere here. Show cumulative. Yep. We can see that right now DyDx have made in revenue $393 million, and they started in April 2020. Right? So in 2 years, they have $393 million. Again, we can do the same thing with the competition, GMX. Let's see if I can do it here. I'm gonna do show max. Let's see. So that's the difference. $29 million versus $392 million. By the way, my camera is kind of acting up and is lagging, so I do apologize. Basically, you can see the differences. So when you see a market cap of GMX at what? $350 million, which is higher than DyDx, and DyDx is making way more money, actually it doesn't make sense. And DyDx is building a blockchain. DyDx have a iOS app, is building also a Android app. So I think it could be over the long run in 2023 better than GMX, because if they have their own blockchain, they can make money from the blockchain, from people building on the blockchain, and also still getting the same amount or even more revenues from their protocol. So let's check on my research if I am missing some of that information. So here, Let's see real quick. So the price is currently between 1.60, 1.55. So there is a possible gain of 15 to 16x. That is if it goes back to all-time high. Most of these crypto projects are down from their all-time high. I cannot find one that is up from the all-time high. So basically you could make, or I can make, no financial advice because I am investing in the DyDx, 15 to 16x. So that means if you invest $1,000, or I invest $1,000, I could be making 16K on that project. And they have the numbers to continue growing the protocol and build it to something even better over the long run. Let's see, so technology, so basically DyDx is using a type of layer 2 scaling solution like ZK rollups that bundle all the transactions. So basically if I take a transaction, you take a transaction, and 10 of us take a transaction, instead of confirming each transaction, they just take all of these transactions and send it as a bundle. So instead of, let's say, each transaction, 10 transactions, instead of costing each one of them $5, would be $50, we bundle 10 transactions and we only pay $5 on 10 transactions. So that is what they're using. But basically, it will change over the long run when they build their blockchain, which is something that should be out by 2023. Other technology, they are using Chainlink and MakerDAO for their Oracle. Competition, I already mentioned, which is GMX and GNS, which makes way less money, way less trading volume than DyDx. And Tokenomics, as I said, is not something that I like, but I could take the risk just because we have all the other things that are good on the project. They also have some staking on their protocol, which is around 13%, which is pretty different than other exchanges. I look on Binance, they're offering 2%, but on DyDx, if you stake directly on DyDx, you will be getting 13% of what you're staking. So yeah, here you have it. Just a quick background of DyDx, how they're making money, what are the differences between DyDx, GMX, and GNS, and also how you can do your own research by just looking and using DeFi Llama, Token Terminal, and Token Unlock to see how much tokens are still locked and what are the dates for unlocking those tokens. So hopefully you like this video, just a short one explaining DyDx. As I said, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description, so if you want to take part of my future research, you can click on it. If not, you can continue watching your Netflix. As usual, leave a like, subscribe. Talk to you later.